because definitely a Muslim family doesn't have a ceiling, doesn't have a bed, doesn't have food, has lost kids, is definitely sitting down thinking, I'm going to go into France and take over. This is why I'm going to France. Is that what they're thinking? Or are they thinking, I need to make a better livelihood? I can't support my kids here. I can't have a future here. They can't have a future here. It's been destroyed. So they actually, Alex Jones and Sneako actually did have a serious dialogue at one point. And this is super interesting because it's going to reveal what Alex Jones actually thinks about Islam, his knowledge about Islam. And the thing that you need to pay attention to is just watch how misinformed he is. Watch how the facts don't line up. Watch how things he's saying just simply aren't true. Let's get into it.
Law. What is Sharia? What does that mean?
Sharia law is the governing system of Islamic control.
What does Sharia
and the
mean?
three forms of jihad.
What does Sharia mean?
Okay, Sharia law is the governing rules for Islam. That's correct so far.
Sharia is the Islamic law.
It means law. Sharia means law.
That's what I just said.
In Sharia law, if you're a Muslim
You
and you
keep
live,
trying to act like I don't know about Islam. I know all
you
about
don't.
it.
You first off, let me explain.
All right, he just said he knows all about Islam. I guarantee he's gonna say he does wudu when he's in the middle of his prayer. He's gonna probably confuse rak'ah with like some sort of Quran verse. He's literally gonna confuse the whole thing, bro. He's not gonna understand.
Nailed every one of your little factoids.
No, you didn't, because Sharia means law, and
What I said it's the Islamic law. You just said, Sneako,
Sharia...
I said it's Islamic law.
Okay, it is the Islamic law. So Sneako, he's getting that right. It's the Islamic law. Sneako is trying to say that it's laws in general, in the sense of like Sharia law isn't that scary because every country has its own laws.
Then I'm wrong. It's bullshit.
Okay, relax, Alex. We're just getting started. Sharia means law. Under Sharia law, Muslims are supposed to follow the law of the land. Nobody here is trying to change the Constitution. In fact, it seems like you are, because you think that I should be deported for exercising my First Amendment rights.
Bro, it is true though. Like, the Muslims aren't here to change the Constitution, bro. We're not here to convert it into the Sharia Constitution, bro. Like, no Muslim is interested in that. We just want to live a normal life, practice our religion, and that's it. Like, we're not trying to take over anything, bro. I don't know why everyone's intimidated by the fact that Muslims are trying to take over everything. It's probably just propaganda, to be honest.
We have freedom of religion here.
You are either you're super ignorant.
We have freedom of speech. Under Sharia law, you obey the law.
I got thousands of top imams saying we will make you take Sharia law. I got them at the state houses in Congress.
Where?
Everywhere saying you're going to adopt Sharia law.
Where are you seeing in America? The imams are trying to spread.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, it's the propaganda kicking off. The bot that he has in his head right now. Look at him. He doesn't even look like his eyes are there. The bot just like clicked in and is now saying the imams are saying in the Constitution to take over Sharia law. Bro, what? We're not interested in integrating Sharia law. Yes, there's laws that can be improved. Yes, the females wearing lingerie out is definitely something that can be improved. Modesty, that was relevant here back in the 1990s, 80s, 2000s. If you dressed wrong, you were getting dirty looks left and right. Sure, that'd be nice for it to come back. Maybe things along the lines of abortion, because that's a very loose law. So maybe some stricter rules on pedophiles, but maybe we can't enforce those things because most of the government is on that list anyways. So I don't see the problem with integrating good things to other cultures, especially since the West was what was it based on? Rome or Greek or something? It was based on some of those ancient civilizations. Continue.
Spread Sharia law in America. Name one.
My God, they have.
Name one imam.
City councils
name one imam who's trying to bring Sharia law in America. Where?
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Name one.
Live on your...
Tell me. You said you know 20,000.
Imams called for Sharia law in America.
You said you know 20,000. Can you tell me an imam who wants to bring Sharia law in America, please?
Durka Muhammad Jihad.
Okay, you just want to just be stupid now because you don't have an answer?
No, I mean, my God. Listen, we're going to take this.
that's you don't have an answer.
You do it for us.
Okay, that's 1-0 Sneako. He doesn't have an answer. He doesn't. There's literally no answer.
This clip and then show them don't go too much. You just have 15 imams say it.
You don't even know one.
You
don't even know one person that's trying to bring Sharia law here. Ron DeSantis parades around, hey, we're banning Sharia law. Texas, we're banning Sharia law. Alex, why do you think...
Bro, it's so funny when these like governors of these states say they're banning Sharia law. Bro, what do you mean you're banning it? It's just a set of laws. It's a set of laws that's not after you. It's just a set of laws to be followed. They're good laws. There's a bunch of good laws in the Sharia law system. So when these governors, I think it's like a PR event trying to win more votes from conservatives, trying to please whoever donations they're getting from when they do these, I'm banning Sharia law. Bro, do you really think Florida's under threat with Muslims right now? What do we make up of the population? Like 2%, maybe 1%? We don't even make up the population, bro. I think there's a serious intimidation going on. I don't know what intimidation we're giving forth because a lot of people are converting left and right. So I don't know.
They're doing this? Is it because there's an actual threat of an Islamic invasion, even though they're ushering in H-1B visas, even though Elon Musk, who's also calling for my deportation, is bringing in hundreds of thousands of Indians, even though he says that white men are dumb?
Let me tell you a story.
No. Before you get into a story, this doesn't make sense because you also...
Islam's not expanding. You're right.
It's not expanding in America.
Islam is expanding, but naturally. It's expanding because people are coming to the truth. It's not expanding by the sword like a lot of these idiots say it is. It's not expanding by the sword. Do you see any Muslims attacking people to convert? It's not happening. We see people, especially our age group of different colors, ethnicities, backgrounds, converting left and right because it makes sense. Because unfortunately, I hate to say it, but Christianity has lost the plot a lot. There's been a lot of weakness with Christianity. There's been a lot of Christian men not standing up to things that are wrong. The generation is sensing the weakness, and I want nothing more than to have a brotherhood with Christians. I don't want to see Christianity fall. I don't want, because it's a proper religion when it's followed correctly. It's a religion of God when it's followed correctly. So me saying that is not trying to make a disconnection between the Muslims and the Christians. It's me saying get your religion, control your religion. Start being men of that religion.
And you have provided no evidence.
Yeah, there's nothing going on.
The reason that you're buying this propaganda is because they're pushing this to try to justify the war that you oppose. Are you not against the Iran war?
No, it's true. It's true. First thing you said that's true is the Zionists, Israel first, Likudnik, Ben Gvir,
just say Jews, the Jewish supremacists.
No, that particular, that's the dominant group running it.
Jews,
and most of the billionaires. We're talking about. Oh God, I'm hiding for the Jews, covering up.
You
for
said
them.
Shicom. So I mean,
I love how I oppose the EU tyranny. I oppose big tech tyranny. I oppose the Chicom tyranny.
So he's opposing all this tyranny. He's opposing all these things, right? So why can't he get this simple thing about Muslims right? Why is there like this ingrained hatred towards Muslims? It's like he's shifting between being sold out, bought by some other, I don't know, somebody, and he's shifting to his natural essence of chasing truth.
Tyranny?
No, you don't. You support it. Elon Musk is big tech, and he's there calling for deportation just like you. You allied with Elon Musk. He is big tech.
I cover all of that. Now, the point is getting back to this because you don't want me to nail you down on this stuff.
No. I'm telling you that you are echoing the propaganda of the people that you pretend to be against.
I know. I knew all you would do is claim I'm echoing Zionist propaganda. I'm explaining something to you. I can be against a cobra. I don't want to be put in a cage with 10 cobras or 10 vipers. I don't want to be put in a cage with 10 water moccasins or rattlesnakes. So if Israel's a cobra and Islam is a viper, you're saying, oh, you're against a viper, so you're for the king cobra. And that is not. I am 100%. I did a 4-hour show today and spent 2 hours on Israel trying to take over our military and intelligence and being listed as the top national security
threat. And how do they brainwash Americans to support their cause?
But let me you raise this claim. Let me finish.
All right, he made a proper claim here. I don't agree with him, okay? I'm not saying I agree with him, but I'm trying to be unbiased. He's saying if there's two snakes, just because I don't like one doesn't mean I'm going to go side with the other one. I think that's a logical point so far. I hate to say it.
It's a false equivalency, apples and oranges, to say if I'm worried about expansionist Orthodox Islam, that then I'm covering...
Sorry to interrupt. That's where it's wrong, though. There isn't expansionist Islam. So he's seeing Islam as a snake, but that's not a snake. If it was a snake, which it's not, then his point is very logical. Why would the status of a snake increase in my head because I aligned with another, because I'm rejecting another one? So that makes sense, but his whole perception of Islam is incorrect, which is why he's seeing it as a snake.
Zionist propaganda. The Zionists have been successful with many boomers and people saying,
How?
you must support Israel, and Christian Zionists support it.
How do they get support?
Or let me finish. Or you're for Islam. I am not one of those people. I am saying Islam is a threat to the West, and so is the greater Israel
You haven't
project.
had any substantial evidence to show that Islam is a threat in America. You said no. You said Durka. You don't even know who's trying to bring in Sharia law here. And again, you haven't even disagreed.
Okay. You want me to go to X or anywhere?
Saying both of them are a threat, essentially. He's saying the Jews and the Muslims are both a threat to the West.
Or Google,
Well, if you had some actual stats, 1.3% of
type in. Oh my God, 90% of the refugees, the invaders in Europe that are Muslim or military.
Okay, are we in Europe or America? Are we in Europe or America?
Stay on welfare.
First,
oh my God, I can show 50 videos a day of Muslims.
You know, here's the thing. All these Muslims coming into Europe, coming into America, what kicked that off? Why are they leaving their homes? Why are they not staying put where they were born? Maybe it's because they don't have a home anymore. Maybe it's because their country was labeled as having these weapons of mass destruction. So people came in, invaded, took what they wanted and left and said, oh, it was never actually there. So why are these Muslims going everywhere? Why are they being scattered? Why are they escaping? Isn't it the corruption of the West? Isn't the West starting these stupid wars, costing people's lives, destroying homes, and the side effect is all these refugees going left and right? And to make it go full circle, why was the West involved in these wars? What propaganda, what group was insinuating this propaganda for the West to fall into? So little Alex Jones here is in a loop that he can't see past. He can't tell if the chicken or the egg came first. He's not seeing it correctly.
Stabbing, shooting, killing, stabbing babies. Are you running people
stabbing
over with
babies?
cars?
Are you saying Ben Shapiro talking points? Okay, if you want...
one of the Muslims' favorite things is to find a baby carriage and stab them.
That's crazy. That's fake news. That's not true. Of course, there's bad refugees. Of course, there's bad apples. Of course, there's things that happen. I'm not rejecting that. I'm not a but, bro, it's a propaganda points. He's literally repeating propaganda points.
Here's the mistake you're making, is that people like Elon Musk support the wars that create the immigration. If you want to protect the demographic, then don't repeat their propaganda.
Oh, I did not support...
See, that's exactly what I just said. Did you hear that?
Yeah,
that's exactly what I just said.
Either one of the Iraq wars. I didn't support putting the head of Al-Qaeda in charge of Syria.
We supported the Venezuela regime change, and now IDF soldiers are in Venezuela right now. You wanted Venezuela war. That was a big mistake,
you're not listening. That's not what I said. What I said was, in practice, under gunboat diplomacy, Barbary policies and precedent, and the Monroe Doctrine, because they're involved in our politics, they're in our hemisphere, and because they're a communist dictatorship, you could say that this would be a legitimate thing. But I don't trust that they won't put in the communist and have a dictatorship, which they put the vice president in, and now they want to do that in Cuba, arrest Raul Castro, but then put the communists back in. I don't believe the U.S. should do regime change and then not have free and fair elections, so I said I'm against it.
The thing he's missing is he's not being sympathetic. He's not being understanding of why these issues happened. He's not saying what's the root cause of Muslims, so many Muslim refugees. What's the root cause? He's now convinced. He's convinced himself that the root cause of Muslims doing that is because they want to expand, because they want to dominate. Because definitely, a Muslim family doesn't have a ceiling, doesn't have a bed, doesn't have food, has lost kids, is definitely sitting down thinking, I'm going to go into France and take over. This is why I'm going to France. Is that what they're thinking? Or are they thinking, I need to make a better livelihood? I can't support my kids here. I can't have a future here. They can't have a future here. It's been destroyed. I need to go somewhere else for the sake of my family. Which one makes more sense, genuinely?
Because they will.
So you oppose Venezuela regime change. Good. You did?
What I just said was, I said if they had free and fair elections, but they won't. So then I said that I would not support it. Yes, that's
well,
what
I'm against it. And it was, I was proven right. And there's now IDF soldiers there. They're taking over. $2 billion worth of oil was
Oh,
sent
that's
directly
like
to Israel.
IDF is training ICE. Where's the evidence of that? Now,
I didn't
the
even say that's not
the
what I
IDF
said.
is in Argentina, and that's one of the biggest Jewish populations, and they are
Might be why they win the World Cup.
Is that actually one of the biggest Jewish?
trying to take the property and the government over, and because I think they may sacrifice Israel to create World War II scenario victim playing
You're
again.
saying a lot of things. Let's get to the core issue.
Bro, this guy, he's like, Alex Jones has the potential. He has that analytical ability to dig and uncover things, and he has the drive for it. And I think he has some goodness in his heart, because somebody that would want to find the truth like the way he does needs to have some sort of purity in his heart. That being said, he has a lot of misconceptions. He has a lot of lack of understanding. And Elon Musk isn't somebody to really base your understanding from. And I think he has a lot of respect. Alex Jones has a lot of respect for Elon Musk because he uncensored him. That being said, to conclude, I don't think Alex Jones really said anything that beat Sneako here. I think Sneako made more of the solid points. He kind of questioned him and pressed him a lot about it a lot. So overall, I don't think Alex Jones really made any progress here with his points.
So you don't think anyone like got destroyed?
In this clip, no. I don't think anybody got destroyed. But because Alex Jones was saying, the thing I liked with Alex Jones the most is saying, if I don't side with a snake, doesn't mean I'm going to go side with another one because I didn't side with that one. I liked his logic with that.
But it's not true because Islam isn't that.
Exactly. But the fault in his analysis is he's seeing Islam as a snake. He's misrepresenting it in his head. So he's not understanding what is a snake and what isn't a snake. He can't see it.